haven't even.
We're not prepared.
What's that?
We're not very prepared.
It's all right. Good afternoon, whatever it is. Welcome to another episode of Shenanigans with Brent and Becky. But today it's actually going to be Becky and Brenda, and they're a little behind getting started, which is all right. And I'm gonna welcome them in, and then I got to take off because if Brenda's here with Becky, then I got to watch the front.
Well, maybe you should be here with Brenda.
No.
Oh no.
Do you want to show off the boutiques? And
Yes, some shop news. We had some boutiques come in.
Hey, would you?
Sure.
Boutiques. Boutiques. Aren't they beautiful? Boutiques are nice and yummy. They're kind of like bubble gummy. The other thing we had come in is is it calf? How do you say the dude's name? Is it K Facet? Cafe Facet? K Facet?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know the guy's name. It's the Facet dude.
Cape.
K Facet. We'll call him K.
Cape
Kafe. K Facet. Anyway,
K-A-F-F-E.
is Cape.
it could be cafe because it's like frappe.
It's Cape.
I feel bad because if the guy's watching this and I'm just like picking on his name, it's not fair. Because he's like 85. Or you know how I know? Because we have the fabulous 85 bundle, which celebrates his birthday.
Are you sure he's that old?
Have you seen pictures of him?
No.
He's that old.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he's a great designer though. But anyway, we did get some half-yard cuts because one of the problems you have with K Facet from a shop standpoint is you got to buy like 20 different bolts to make anything because of the way that his designs are. They're fantastic designs. We do have a few bolts of his stuff, but what we did get was his. I've got half-yard packs of his latest collection, kind of coordinated by colors, and you can check these out on our website under the K Facets section. But you can see they're just all of his designs. So we got these half-yard packs. I want to say they're $69 or $68.95, and you get 10 half-yard packs. I think there's 10 of them. Yeah, 10. So that's a total of 5 yards. But it's really nice stuff. If you're into his fabric, these are great little bundles because if you've ever seen his stuff, it's very kind of, it's hard.
Is that Diane's broken hoop still sitting there?
Because I don't think the boss has fixed it.
This is the same stuff that was sitting here last week.
It's been a long week.
I know, it's been a long week for me too.
Anyway, so that's what's new in the shop. The other thing that's new too is check out our classes on the calendar. There's a Ladies' Day out coming up at the end of
Not me, I'm a break.
January. That's kind of an extension. We used to do a girls' night out when my mom was here. She used to enjoy doing that, and we thought we should kind of revive that tradition. So we've decided to revive it, but instead of doing a night out because nobody likes to drive at night, we recognize our demographic here. So we've decided to do a day out, and so on January 21st, I think it is. It's a Saturday. We're going to go from 9 to 4. What it's going to be is that the price is $100. It does include a project that we have for the day that you should be able to get done in the day. Fun little project. You don't have to do the project if you don't want. It's kind of like a mini retreat. The price also includes lunch. So you just come hang out for a day. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, that's I want to say January 21st. Check our calendar. Sign up for that. It's going to go quick. Once the word gets out on that, that's going to fill up really quick. That's really all I got for anything new because of the Christmas and everything else. So I'm going to turn it over to Becky and Brenda. Yay.
You sure you're done?
Sure, why not? Sure.
You sure?
Sure.
You're sure. Okay, you're
Sure.
sure.
That's the same size as that one.
No,
No, it's not.
Okay.
it's bigger.
It is bigger.
Thank goodness.
You wanted a big one, right?
Yes.
That's what she said. I know that it
Oh
needs-
my God. Howdy doody, Beb's in the house.
Oh, good.
Yay, Kaya, Rhonda, did you watch about the stylist last week? I showed off my favorite one. I know we messed up because we came on an hour late last week
All right.
because of the
we were-
outage, but we wish you lived closer too. We really do. But you know, maybe you wouldn't like us if you lived closer.
That could be.
You know, they might say, "Oh no,
Oh,
what
God.
were we thinking?
Yeah, exactly.
What were we thinking?" Wow, Brenda Boo, how are you?
I'm just fine and dandy,
Have
getting
you-
ready to make fudge.
And
with
how's your week been?
I was out of power for 3 days.
3 days.
3 days. Thank goodness I have a generator that came on as soon as the lights flicked.
Oh my, 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the storm coming in Friday. They're predicting Doomsville for electricity.
I thought it was supposed to warm up and be nice.
Yeah, but I guess the winds, and we have weak trees.
Oh, well, I've got down trees too.
Yeah, still down trees. It's a mess
Yeah.
out there
Well,
still.
spring's coming.
We got to get through Christmas. Got my jingle bells on.
Well,
Woo,
Christmas
woo.
is soon. Not soon enough, but soon.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. It's coming too soon. I'm going to start my shopping today.
Okay.
I haven't been able to get out of the house.
I'm going to finish mine
I haven't been
today.
able to get out of the house. So what are we doing today, Brenda?
Oh, you talked me into making
Oh
fudge,
yeah,
so
it was
I hope
really
that-
hard. Where do you want me? Here, there?
Oh,
Where are
you're
you
fine
going?
right
Oh,
there.
what do you got in there?
Ooh, wooden spoon.
Okay.
This
I said-
has more than one use, but,
I
but you
guess-
always use it.
Why didn't we take that out when Brent was here?
Oh, I don't know. We
Hey,
could have.
Hey, that's a really nice wooden spoon.
Yeah, it is.
Pampered
It's
chef
bamboo.
to everybody.
It's,
Pampered
it's
chef.
bamboo.
Okay, now I gotta ask you this because I brought you a spatula, and Brenda
No.
goes, "No, you don't use a spatula when you make fudge.
No.
You always use a wooden spoon.
That's right.
And the reason you always use a wooden spoon,
Is because my grandmother told me to.
I think it's so she can whack you when you reach in the pan too soon.
Maybe it was because when
Because
the
my
kids
rubber
were
spatula
small,
kind of goes, but this one goes whack whack.
Maybe it was because that's what I had in my
Okay,
hand all
so
the time when
I'm
my
gonna
kids
unpack
were
your
little.
bag so people can see all your ingredients. What do we got
I
here?
measured them out
How
already.
much sugar is that?
4 cups.
4 cups of
sugar.
white granulated sugar.
Yep.
No lumps and bumps.
No lumps and bumps. But if they do, they melt.
Okay. All right.
So.
And look at this cute little bag she toted everything in.
Yes.
Oh, Brenda. Look at
Neat. It was left over from my backpack.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
And you know she made it. Yeah.
Of course.
It's well done. It's quilted. I love it. I'm going to slide it over here, Brenda.
Okay. So to the sugar.
Sugar. And you haven't melted it yet. It's just sugar.
No, it's just sugar.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour in 1 2/3 cup of milk,
One-
which I measured.
Whole milk?
Yeah, I only use whole milk.
Whole milk. 1 2/3?
No, 1 1/3.
1 1/3. And how much sugar already?
4 cups.
Yeah, Rhonda's a 1 year. She was without power for 3 days. 1 year, not too long ago, the ice year of something to something. Do y'all remember that in this area? People were without electricity for over a week.
Oh yeah.
Remember that ice storm?
Yes.
That was what, 10 years ago? Not too long ago. I remember it was beautiful,
We didn't
but there
have
was no electricity.
we didn't have that much here, but New London area
Whew,
got really
it was
hit.
awful.
Yeah, over that way by the
Yeah.
lake.
Awful,
So,
awful.
How
Okay.
do we turn on your lovely little?
I thought
thing?
Eddie did that for you.
It's plugged in.
It's
I
plugged
didn't-
in.
I didn't-
Okay.
So you just hit this button.
On button.
I had to press the plus button.
Oh.
Yeah.
So where do
Well, how high do you want it?
we?
Medium?
Medium.
Okay, keep going then, because you're not in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Okay.
do you
And
gotta
then press
put your
the power button.
Now press the power button.
and put your pot on? No, you don't have to run.
Okay. Oh, it's dinging at me. All right.
It
so
likes
then
that
we,
pan. That's saying, I found a happy pan.
Well, I'm
Okay.
glad you did because after a while, I was able to trade all my stainless steel pans in for some nice light aluminum that I can pick up.
Oh. Yep. Okay. Nice
yes.
light aluminum. That's
Yes.
handy dandy.
And it works fine on my propane
Of
stove.
course it does. Of course it does. I love that Eddie brought in everything he owned just in case.
Well, that spatula still burns. You never put it in.
Okay, what has been going on here this week? I'm not here to whip him in shape or what?
Apparently not.
Eddie, that's supposed to be your job.
He's a grown man.
He's a grown man. Oh gosh. So now do you constantly stir it or occasionally stir it?
just occasionally.
Okay, she's
I
at a
just-
medium heat, and you were waiting for the what? The sugar
I'm
to
just
dissolve?
waiting. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to.
Do we wait for it to boil or anything?
Oh yes,
Okay. And this is just milk and sugar.
right.
4 cups of sugar,
1 1/3 cups.
1 1/3 cups of whole milk.
Well, it can be 2% or whatever. I use whole milk.
Really? Would it come out the same? 'Cause
Yeah, when
it-
I was on the 2% kick.
You made it with 2%?
Yeah, it comes out.
Okay, well, there you have it. And you can make it with 2% as well.
Yeah.
You ever tried it with any of those substitutes, like
No.
almond or... Look at it. No!
I tried.
Almond milk.
I tried to drink that stuff.
No, no,
once.
no. I couldn't drink it either. Oh, I just bought eggnog. I haven't had eggnog in I don't know how many years. That's funny. Everybody in my house, because the youngins are all in, they're not youngins, but to me they're my youngins, they're like, who buys eggnog? Is that really a thing? I go, yeah,
Didn't
it's
you
a
have
thing.
it when they were kids?
Apparently not.
Oh.
So I thought this would be cute. We'll have eggnog and little glass cups.
Yeah.
They'll sprinkle cinnamon and
Yeah.
right.
Put a little rum in.
Well, I was going to, but they all went, we're not touching that.
Oh. I used to have to
So I
buy
have a
it.
lot of eggnog to finish off.
I used to buy it because Paul loved it.
I'm
And
like,
Christmas
how can
time
you
was the only time I'd let him have it.
Yeah, I don't understand why. But I looked up a recipe for eggnog spice cake, Deanna.
Oh,
Merry
nice.
Christmas, y'all. And I think I might, or brandy in the eggnog. Oh, how about whiskey?
I don't
No?
know.
Because they like whiskey, but
Well,
rum.
try it.
I even went and bought rum. See,
Rum?
there are
I think
some.
it's rum and
Janice
or
says yum
brandy.
eggnog. Do you sprinkle
Yeah.
cinnamon on it? Do you sprinkle cinnamon on it? Oh, Deanna's making homemade donuts.
Oh, nice. I haven't done that for a long
I'm
time.
trying to smell them from afar, Dee. She gets a house full. I'm not. Don't tell anybody that. I'm not making no homemade donuts. They're lucky tonight if they get spaghetti.
Yeah, my daughter just retired from work and wants to
Oh.
come and make donuts with me so she
Yay.
can know how.
Oh,
And
so
I
she
thought-
she doesn't know how.
She doesn't
wants
know
you
how.
to teach her how to make donuts.
Yeah.
Isn't that messy?
No,
Don't
it's
you have
worth
to-
it. It's really
I
good.
know, but you don't. Do you do it with the fat, right? You cook them in the fat.
If you cook them in lard, they taste a whole lot better than if you cook
Okay.
them in Crisco.
Right. So doesn't that? If that's the messy part.
No, it goes in you just put them in your pan.
Okay.
And then you just drop your.
Where do you
things
get
in.
your lard?
I don't know. I haven't made them forever.
Do you
Used to
keep
be able
it
to.
from when you make bacon?
No.
No. My dad used to have this big coffee can. This is
Oh, yeah.
disgusting. Big coffee can. And every time he made bacon or anything greasy, it'd
Yeah.
all go in that pan.
Yeah.
That coffee can.
Yeah, but then he threw the can out.
No. Then he would melt it down and make the donuts in it.
Oh, really?
It was disgusting.
I'll bet.
But as kids, we thought they were really delicious
Well,
donuts.
they might have tasted a little like bacon too.
I think they tasted a little like everything. Seriously, he would just, anytime there was fat, it would be like in this can, and then that was our cooking oil. You know, you see those road signs? Use cooking oil wanted? I'm surprised my dad didn't drive up and go, I'll take some. I need some used cooking oil, make my donuts.
We used to do that, save
Oh,
it all, but we threw it away.
Janice says she'll finish off the eggnog. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, see it's
Oh,
nutmeg.
nutmeg.
That's right.
Okay, it's nutmeg, not cinnamon.
Right.
Oh, maybe that was where I went wrong. No, they just saw the container, and went,
Container.
eggnog. I'm like, how can you not like eggnog?
Ugh.
It is a little different consistency in your
Oh, it's got all that cream in it.
Well, that's why I like it.
See, that's why I don't like it.
Only this time of year.
No.
All right, so how
Although
we
maybe
doing?
maybe if I had something in it, it might be better. Well, I'm just waiting for it to come to a boil.
Do you want to turn up your burner?
Probably
you feel
not.
you feel like it's okay because what happens if you go and you turn up your burner too much? What happens?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, Brenda. Something has to happen. Does
It cooks
burn?
fast.
Does it burn your sugar, or scald your milk, or you don't know?
I don't know,
She's
'cause
more patient
I've
than
never
me.
done it.
I'd crank it up and see what would happen. That's what I would do. I guess that's why I don't make fudge. It requires patience.
It does.
Okay, so all week, I don't know what possesses me. I've been like making every gingerbread recipe I can find.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. And I already have some I like, but I'm always like, well, this one might be better. This one might be better. This one might be easy. Get lard anywhere, and she's right about the taste. You can get lard anywhere.
Thank you. I didn't.
I don't know where you get
I
lard. You
haven't-
go in Hannaford's and buy lard?
I'm sure you can.
What
I'm
is it? A
just
big
not
hunk of
sure.
fat?
Yeah, it looks like a pound of butter.
Is it in the butter department?
I don't think so. I think
What
should be-
department is larded?
Yeah.
High heat would burn the milk.
Oh, okay.
See,
Thank you.
Okay. What department do I get lard in?
Yeah, probably
There's
in
a
the
question
meat
for you,
department.
peeps. I don't know where I go to find lard, and I'm not
Probably
sure
in-
I want to anyway.
But I do.
Yeah.
So, if you can tell me which department it is, I'd be very happy.
Okay.
It
Well,
must be in the meat department.
I get
That's
to finish
where
my
I look.
gingerbread story.
Oh, okay, finish.
So last night, because nobody wants the gingerbread cookies when they're a day old. You know, we want them when they're coming out of the oven and they're warm and they're soft inside, and you
Yeah.
know. So I
That's
go.
when we want the donuts too.
Yeah. So I say, well, I have this pan, this Nordic pan I've had for years. I've never tried. And they look like gingerbread people, but they're this thick. I go, I'm going to try this pan. I'm going to make gingerbread cake. Because if you all like them warm and soft, you should have gingerbread cake.
Yep.
So I go in the pantry and I take a King Arthur mix. That all I have to do, Eddie, listen up. All you have to do is add the water and the vegetable oil to this thing and mix it by hand
Yeah.
and throw it in the cake pans, which looked like gingerbread people, and stick it in the oven. No rolling, no refrigerating, no cool it. Secret really is cool it for 10 minutes before you try to take them out of the pan, 'cause otherwise, and they all came out. That was the best darn gingerbread I ever tasted.
Wow.
And it was a King Arthur gingerbread mix that you could make either cookies or cake with.
I like King Arthur.
I'm like, done. What's the matter with me? Why didn't I do that sooner?
I like King Arthur popover mix.
Oh, okay, that I'm a
But
fan
the
of
last-
as well.
The last time I made them, though, they didn't come up very high. They were still good.
Yeah, sometimes mine don't rise either, and I don't know why.
I'm not sure. So if anybody out there knows why our popovers
Our
didn't,
popovers go flat sometimes.
don't always.
And you know what? Really use Crisco cans or sticks found in the baking aisle instead of lard.
Oh yeah.
By
I've
the
done that.
shortening. Oh,
I've done that.
and you can find it by the shortening at Hannaford. She says that's where you can find lard.
Lard?
Well, now I'm gonna
No,
have
it
to
I
look.
thought it had to be refrigerated.
I like the Crisco sticks. I like that.
I like them, but I'm
We're
not
boiling, people. So how long does it boil?
until it gets done. Okay, I can turn this down one, right?
You can do whatever you want. You're the master.
Okay.
She turned it. It's the milk. Do we have an overhead? No, we don't. It's boiling a lot,
It's boiling very nicely.
very nicely. It looks like it might be thickening. No,
Not yet.
not yet. And she turned it down a notch or two, right?
Yeah.
So she turned down the heat. We have a side stepper. So she turned it down a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's so right now. It's not rapidly boiling.
No, but it's boiling nice.
Okay, so it's more like I would call a fast simmer.
Well, you just.
Oh
watch.
no, it's a boil. It's a boil. I take that back. It's a boil. It's a real boil. Do you
That
boil
it
to a
is.
soft ball stage?
Yes.
Do you use a candy thermometer to know when you're there?
No, I've never. I had a candy thermometer once.
You don't use a candy thermometer.
No.
Oh, maybe that's why I don't make fudge. I make it too complicated. Becky makes something complicated.
I'm shocked.
Oh, just like my darn gingerbread.
I had a candy thermometer once,
Yeah?
and my son put it over the pilot light on the stove to see how high he could get the temperature to go up.
Did it break?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
yeah.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
This also a special
Yeah,
So since
It's
then I haven't
crazy.
used.
And you're like Eddie goes by smell, you're going by feel.
Oh yeah, I've got.
See, I have to have like when I'm cooking even like the steaks, I have to like constantly check their temperature. I'm just, and I'm jealous of people who can go, yeah, this looks done.
Yeah, you just press it with your fork, and depends on how stiff it is or how soft it is. Then you'll know. I'll be back.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get some.
She's leaving
I'm
me.
gonna get a paper towel so you can pan. Oh, right there.
She's-
Never mind. Then I'm just gonna get a cup of cold water. So
Okay,
the
she's
butter's
getting
over there, and you can butter that pan.
What do you mean?
This
Put
is
this butter in this pan?
on. Put the butter on the paper towel and rub it all over, so you get a nice layer of butter. So it doesn't. stick.
That you use a paper towel to butter your pan?
No, but I don't put any wax paper here.
She normally says she uses wax paper, but what I do is I put my hand inside a baggie or my food gloves, but let's say you aren't food glove people. I take a baggie and I put it over my hand so I can do my butter, and then I just peel the baggie off and throw it away. I'm not sure how she really wants me to do this.
Any way you can. That's why you're doing
You
that.
gave me the. Do you do the sides as well?
Yes, and in the corners.
Well, why can't I just use this wrapper?
Well, you can.
This is a nice
You
big
can
hunk
use
of butter.
whatever you want.
Now, what happens if I screw this up, Brenda?
It's gonna stick.
Okay, so we want to really be generous with the butter. Really, oh, now I'm making a mess.
Yes, see?
I cook. You know, this is, did you hear my baggie trick? Put the baggie over your hand,
Yeah.
and then you can do your butter, and then
Oh.
you just peel the baggie off your hand and throw it in the trash.
Oh, I just use a piece of wax paper.
I bet you she doesn't. I bet you she uses her fingers.
No, I use wax paper.
I bet your grandma used her
Cut
fingers.
right wax paper. You can still buy it. Although sometimes I think I'm the only one that buys
I
it.
was going to say, who buys that stuff?
No cut right.
Or I use my gloves, but I figured you didn't have food gloves
No,
in your kitchen, so
no.
but you probably have baggies. See, then you
Yes.
can really get in the nook and crannies. Like I'm
Well,
having
you
a
can with the wax paper too.
What makes food gloves?
Food safe. There's no PVC in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know that classic,
Preheat the oven to 425.
that awful chemical
and
that
preheat
we're
the
not
oven
supposed
to
to have
500.
in our systems.
Yeah, I know. I've tried that, Deb.
Food gloves are not just they're not made out of plastic. Use wax paper to separate crepes. Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 425 with the pan preheating in the preheat the pan?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
Some recipes call for that.
Okay.
Others don't. I've tried it that way, and sometimes
Okay,
they come out, sometimes they
So
don't.
then do you keep the oven at 425?
Yes.
You don't lower it after a certain amount of time?
After a certain amount of time, you put it down to 350, I think.
And how long is that time?
I don't know, whatever's on the box.
And I know I'm not supposed to peek. I've never tried the preheating of the pans. Preheat the pan. Do I grease the pan before I preheat it?
I would hope so, because
Well, but
you're not gonna...
but then does it cause the grease to fall to the bottom of my pan?
I would think so.
Because I'll tell you, I don't believe in nonstick pans. Like I noticed this is a nonstick pan, but we're still buttering it up.
Yeah.
So even my popover pans that say they're nonstick, I go, hell to them. No, they're not nonstick.
No, mine aren't.
I have to get in there with my fingers and grease it up good. That helps a lot. Yes, add butter just to the bottom. Just
Huh.
to the bottom. I do the
I do too.
whole thing. Maybe that's why they fall down.
I do grease with butter and it will add to the taste.
Oh yeah, I load it up with butter. I do, but I do the sides as well, and I even do like around the rim because I'm afraid it's going to stick on the rim. So they rise up nice, and then you still can't get them out of the pan because they're stuck on the top of the pan.
Not on the top, but on the sides is where mine
Yeah,
gets stuck. The key to that though is to let them set for a few minutes.
That's not going to happen in my house.
You let them set for about 5 minutes.
In the pan.
In the pan before you take them out.
I've never done that, and that's what I had to do with my gingerbread people. 10
Yeah.
minutes, and I got curious. Why 10 minutes? Why? Why is the magic rule to let these things cool for 10 minutes so that they'll fall out of the pan? I know the answer because I couldn't stand not knowing.
Okay.
So I had to get on and find out what happens scientifically.
Okay.
Do y'all know what happens?
I have no idea.
Well, apparently what happens is what's sticking is like the melted sugar,
Yeah.
and as the sugar cools, it solidifies again.
Oh.
So once it starts to get to that certain stage, that's why they can be released from the pan.
Wow.
But if you wait too long, then something else sticks on the pan. And if you do too soon, the butter's still so gooey, or the oil or whatever, you put in there for a liquid, it's still gooey, and so that's sticking on the pan. So that's why the 10-minute rule. And I never thought about that with my popovers, because there's no sugar in my popover.
Well, I didn't think so,
But there's
well,
flour
maybe
and
in the
eggs.
flour. Yeah.
All right, Brenda, inspect my pan.
It looks good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Not a nook or cranny empty, and I've never used a paper towel to put butter on a pan before.
What's a popover?
Eddie wants to know what a popover is. Have you never had a popover, Eddie?
No, I don't think so.
He's never had a popover.
Wow.
Maybe I have.
It is a batter made with flour and egg and
It's just flour and egg and butter.
isn't there a little milk in it?
Oh yeah, milk.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a little milk and it's flour and it's egg.
Is it milk or is it water?
It depends if you're using the mix.
Oh, okay.
If you're using the Popover King Arthur mix, which I highly recommend,
Oh yeah.
my popovers probably have a 75% chance of coming out versus a 25% chance coming out using their mix versus making from scratch. And I don't know why. But Eddie, you put these, they're like a fancy dinner roll, but they're very eggy. And when they rise up and they're empty in the middle, well, airy in the middle.
They should be.
And when all goes well, they look
When
like
all
a
goes
big
well.
mushroom, and you break them open, and the steam just goes whoosh, and you load them
They
up with
slather
butter, and they're moist if
Yeah.
they're made well. They're not a dry
Oh no.
type of dinner roll. They are very moist, and they, as a leftover, they are awful.
Do you know there's like a weird thing about moist? Like some people have like this psychological.
Ed, just so you know, that's Brent popping in to say, something about moist.
There are people that have a disorder that if you say it, it's like nails on a chalkboard for some people.
Moist?
The word moist, yes.
Why?
Well, that's
I did not know
the
that.
research I was reading. They don't know if it's the sound that it
See
makes,
how different
or
our
the
research
image
is?
that or the image that it-
Brent is busy researching moist.
No, it's like
I'm
fun, it's fun, it's
researching
like-
why I have to remove my cake. Why is it the 10-minute rule so important?
But that's the question.
There's-
Is it moist because of how it sounds? What people think of as moist?
Wow. This is getting kind of deep.
All right,
Yeah.
Is that all you use this whole hunk of butter for?
Yes.
Well, why the hell did you bring such a hunk of butter?
I didn't. I forgot to bring the pan and the butter. I was going to do that at home too, and I forgot. I don't know why. So
I don't know why. She's just been sitting
Eddie-
around.
I
Eddie
got it 'cause it was-
ran
Eddie, do
across
you-
the street.
Well, that's awful nice, but you know the butter I really like to buy?
That's pretty good butter.
It is really good butter, but
It was probably more expensive than the kind I buy.
I
too.
buy unsalted, usually unsalted. And did you see those little half sticks?
Yeah, I've seen them in California, but not
No,
here.
in here, and I love them because, you know, when you leave the butter out too long, it gets yucky on the counter.
Mine doesn't.
And when I put a whole, what do you keep your home to 50 degrees? You know, when it gets too soft, it almost separates, and then nobody wants to use it.
That's only in the summertime.
Well, it happens if you let stuff sit out while you're softening it,
It
to
doesn't.
cook.
It doesn't. It doesn't last too long out.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
used to tell
I
Paul
think
he
those-
ate too much butter, but
Oh,
I find out now it's me.
It's you. Oh, there's always plenty of butter. Now, what are you doing, Brenda?
I'm gonna just dip some and see
What is she doing? What is in the bowl?
water.
And so you're dipping some of your batch in the water to see what?
See how far along it's coming.
That's cold water?
Yeah,
And now she's feeling in there.
yeah. I'm trying to. See
It's
if
not balling up.
No, it's not. No.
And the thermometer wouldn't help with that.
Well, it probably would. It probably would.
Is that literally what you keep doing?
Yeah.
You keep getting clean water,
I
clean
do.
cold water? How cold is that water?
Cold?
You're
You
not
wanna-
even on
you
camera.
wanna stick your finger in?
You're not even on camera. We're
Oh,
having
well,
a
that's
cold
okay.
water discussion.
You want to stick your finger in it? It's that cold?
It's tap cold. It's not like ice cold.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Just out of the tap.
I want to make this recipe when I get home, unless it tastes awful. Then I'm not making it. Ed, have you ever made fudge before?
No.
I've attempted it once before, and it never. Okay, guys, you need a better bell. A butter bell. A butter bell? I don't know what a butter bell is. But I'll tell you how crazy I am. At Thanksgiving time, I have this little, again, a Nordic pan that's all little acorns. I think it was invented for cornbread, maybe. Eddie doesn't know what cornbread is either.
No, I know what corn.
But I think it was invented so your cornbread could be the shape of acorns.
Oh, neat.
But what I do is I soften my butter and I press it into my acorn pan. So everybody can have a slab of butter in the shape of an acorn.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Isn't that cute?
That is very cute.
It breaks my heart when they're not used all up. I'm like, I'll have butter acorns for a week now. But anyway, so, all right, so we've got our milk. The butter, you don't really need this much butter. You just need what you need. There's no butter in the recipe.
No,
The butter is for your pan.
that's right.
Hey, how could I just use that cooking spray?
I wouldn't.
Oh, did you see her face? No.
It would taste.
So you don't do the cooking spray. You
No.
get the butter out,
I
and you
use
don't
butter.
use Crisco either.
No,
You use butter.
I use butter.
Okay. All
I
right.
told you butter doesn't last too long in my house.
What did she say? Keep butter on the counter in a container with water?
Oh,
How? I don't understand.
oh.
Butter? You don't put the butter in the water, do you?
The container.
I
with
don't
water.
understand that.
I don't know. I don't.
Rhonda's letting you know if
You
you had
need
a
a butter
candy
ball.
candy thermometer, it would be about 231 to 233.
Oh, nice.
There is a thermometer for this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we didn't
Oh,
use that yet.
no.
I don't understand the counter in the butter. That's what a butter bell is. Butter in.
Oh,
Now I gotta get Eddie. You gotta give me a picture of a butter bell,
Yeah.
cause I'm having a hard time picturizing. Picturizing. Whoops. So your other secret ingredient is gonna be creamy peanut butter.
Yep. And marshmallow fluff.
Marshmallow
I'm telling you, this is
fluff,
easy. This is so easy.
and vanilla extract.
The real stuff.
That's all your ingredients.
That's
Sugar, milk.
I'm telling you.
How much fluff are we going to use? The whole jar?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I don't have enough at home then because my kid already got it. Norman is a marshmallow fluff maniac. Now, do you ever follow this
No.
recipe
No.
for chocolate fudge?
No.
No, I haven't
I don't
either.
like it.
Oh, you don't like it? She don't like it. Is it
I
'cause
have my own recipe for peanut butter
for
chocolate
chocolate fudge? Does it have fluff in it?
No.
No. Totally different.
You can put it in. I have before put a little fluff in it.
Interesting.
Not
Interesting.
usually.
Well, I found a recipe the other day. My son, if he's watching, he made total fun of this recipe, but I bought the ingredients to try it. You take Andes mints. Who doesn't love
Oh, yeah.
Andes
Oh,
mints, right?
yeah,
Those
those are
chocolate
good.
dinner mints. I have them at
Yeah.
Christmas time all the time. Not this recipe doesn't call for the peppermint ones. It just calls for the regular Andes mints.
Yeah.
You melt them like you're doing melted chocolate. You know, you can do it
Yeah.
in a microwave.
Yep.
Or if you have a melting pot, melt it down. It supposedly melts smooth, smooth, smooth. Then you take Ritz crackers.
Huh.
Regular Ritz. Eddie's already laughing at this. You take regular Ritz crackers and you put them on a fork and you dip them in the melted thin mint,
Yeah.
Andes mints.
Yeah.
Put them on parchment paper. Sprinkle a little Christmas sprinkle on it. Let it cool.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
They said it tastes like Girl Scout cookies if you close your eyes. A thin mint girl. My son had other
All right.
words for it. He said, "Yeah." He said, "I don't know, Mom." And I said, "Well, I bought everything to try it, so we'll be making some of those puppies." Because I said they look fun to make.
Yeah, they do.
And
Sounds
who
like
doesn't
fun.
like a crunchy? It's like putting a little crunch inside your thin mint, and a little sprinkle of holiday spirit on it. Any of you ever tried that recipe? I thought it was interesting. He said it looked like a
I would think.
poor woman, poor fat woman's crack candy. I said, well, that's where I'm going to be if I like the taste of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always looking for something new and easy, you know?
I don't think your pan cooks very well.
Why don't we turn it up? She's blaming her recipe on the pan, okay? Just so you know, we've cooked everything else successfully in this pan. Ooh, I turned it up. Now it's really boiling. Dip vanilla wafers. Oh, Janice, I had vanilla wafers. Oh, have you tried? Oh, have you tried that, Janice? And does it taste good? I have never melted Andes mints before. And what can I do with the peppermint ones? Maybe buy a chocolate cookie? Or make a chocolate cookie? I'm sorry, I turned it up.
Okay.
And then it went crazy.
Yeah.
So then I turned it down. Maybe it's your tester.
No, it's not.
It's not ready yet. Okay. Well, yeah,
Well,
but
when
so
I'm doing
vanilla
this-
wafers. But she used Ritz crackers. I'm not kidding. And I want to.
Ritz crackers taste good though.
Yeah, they're full of butter,
Yeah.
right?
That's why they're
They
good.
were the good ones. So Eddie, I'm gonna be making those. I'm sure they are great. Janice says. See, Janice says that's a. She puts vanilla wafers in hers, but she melts the Andy melts those candies. I've never seen anybody melt those candies before, so now I'm excited to try that.
Well, did you
Because
ever
those
melt?
melty mints
Did you ever
don't
melt
taste like
the
chocolate.
semi-sweet chocolate
Yes.
and add marshmallow to them? That's your marshmallow fudge. Never fail.
No. No. Do you add like the little miniature marshmallows?
No. What did they use? I don't remember.
So you just
How
melt
come
the
your thing
chocolate.
is off?
Oh, Brenda, we're having a. Because you just knocked the surge protector. I'm gonna say because you turned it off. I don't know. Did we blow a fuse again, Ed?
I don't think so.
No, it's on.
Oh my goodness. Did the plug come unplugged?
No.
It's not off.
Oh, maybe when you moved it up, you didn't hit that again?
Possibly. I don't know. It's not a sewing machine.
I don't know.
This
either.
baking stuff is out of my wheelhouse. That's why I'm making you all do it. Because I'm trying to
Yeah.
learn something good. So Janice says those are good, so I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah.
I found the butter bell.
Okay, a butter bell. What's it look?
Ah,
Wait a minute. So
keeps the butter at the.
you really do set it in water? It's
Well, there's
in
just
water?
some water on the bottom. It looks like. It's like a crock.
That's interesting. So does the butter get in the water? It's a little butter crock. Is the butter up in the lid?
I think so.
Jeez.
And how often do I have to change that water? It really is. It's a butter bell crock. I never heard of such a thing. We're fighting.
Yeah. Turn that damn thing off. Oh, okay, stop it there. Okay.
Are you happy now?
After I see this cooking, I will be.
I don't know why it keeps shutting down.
I don't know.
It doesn't like your recipe.
Probably not. See, when I'm at home, I just put this on the stove and let it go and do other stuff.
You don't watch it.
No,
You don't worry about it burning up.
no,
And how long at home do you let it go?
until it's done.
So
It should be 15, 20 minutes.
water is in the base. A third change once a week. A third a cup of water in the base. Change the water once a week.
Oh,
I have never heard of that.
I never have
Interesting.
either.
Interesting. And it's a real thing. It's a butter bell.
So, yeah, but you can't use sticks. It looks like it has to be a.
I bet you she's gonna pipe in and say, "Yeah, you can use sticks. You just stand it in the
Stand them up?
stand them up." I don't know.
All right.
I've never seen it before. So
I
now I
never
gotta find a YouTube video on butter bell. Cause I said to my son, my cross stitching son is in here, and he's cross stitching on a notebook cover.
Takes one stick.
All right, there you go. He's cross stitching on a notebook cover, which I've never seen before.
Oh.
It's a special notebook cover. It's got holes
Yeah.
stuck in it, but he'll end up with this cross stitch thing on a little notebook,
Oh.
which is kind of, I've never seen that done before. And we were talking, and I'm like, how did we do crafts without YouTube? Because
You had to-
everything I've learned is so self-taught, you know. And now you can get on there and you can teach yourself just about anything you want to learn.
Oh, good. Now it's finally coming.
She says it's starting to do something. I don't see it
To form.
myself.
Did I tell you my daughter learned how to put a ceiling up in her house on YouTube?
A suspended ceiling or a
No.
sheetrock ceiling?
Sheetrock. She sheetrocked a ceiling in her small bedroom.
Oh my Lord, that sounds like a lot of work.
It was.
Did she buy
According
those
to-
stilts that they use to stand on? Or did
No.
she move her ladder around?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We one of our employees used to do sheetrocking as a living,
Yeah.
and he used those stilts.
Yeah.
And every Halloween, he would use them as part of his costume and be out and about on the street corners as a big, tall Frankenstein.
Yeah. Paul's cousin was a sheetrocker, and he did that. And he used a dead man and in the stilts. He did our whole house
Oh my!
all by himself.
Really?
Yeah. the
What do you mean he
ceilings.
used a dead man? What's
It's
a dead man?
It's a long stick with a board on the end so that it holds it up for you instead of having somebody hold it.
And now here's another question I have. Why is that called the dead man?
Because it takes the place of a live man.
Seriously, who said this is a dead man? Did they used to put the pole in a dead man? Did they used to stick a
No.
dead man up the ladder? I mean, think about it. Dead man.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
I would call it a brace. A brace.
Yeah, but you're not a.
Oh, Dee didn't like her butterbell.
Why?
Why didn't you like your butterbell, Dee? I like soft butter on toast, I know. I like soft butter on everything, to be honest with you. The
Yep.
key is the water here Jean's waiting. We got some experts. The water should touch the surface of the butter.
Oh.
It's the air that causes the butter to spoil.
Mine doesn't stay out long enough to spoil. Believe me.
Really? So can I just put a little bit of water in my butter dish?
I don't know why not.
If I
You
just
want
put
it.
a little bit of butter in the bottom of my butter dish and put my stick of butter on it, will I have soft butter? And how does that really keep it soft? There's got to be something about that cute little container.
Well, it's a crock.
The whole idea is the crock. The whole idea is Brenda doesn't believe any of you anymore. If you don't, Janice says it's called a dead man because if you don't put it up right, the sheetrock falls on you and you're dead.
That's probably where it came from.
Oh, I'm learning too much. I never heard about a dead man.
Well, I'm glad that we can expand your.
Horizons, I
Horizons,
know,
yeah.
I know. It's exciting. So is Christmas at your house this year?
No.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when do you leave town?
Oh, I'm just going up for the day.
Oh.
Probably for a couple hours.
Oh.
Just enough to eat.
So going up to eat, be festive, and then come back home?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And sit with my dogs.
Oh my God. Brenda, how many dogs do you have?
3,
And how many cats?
2.
Hmm.
Okay. See, now we're doing
How do you
the
know
hard
it's
part.
ready?
Because I tested it.
I
It was
didn't
ready.
see a ball. Oh, it's kind of like a
Well, you
snot.
Let me tell you, the first.
I don't call that a ball.
No, because it's been sitting in the water too long now.
I call it, yeah. So when it looks like this, that's gross. Okay, but Brenda says that's ready. I'm going to use my thermometer.
Okay.
The 230,
Did you bring it?
through. No,
Oh,
I didn't even think I don't know what we need. Now, how big a peanut butter jar is this?
the small size.
And why Reese's?
Because they didn't have Peter Pan.
Is Peter Pan your favorite?
Yes.
Isn't that funny? Okay, so this is 1 pound, 2 ounces of creamy peanut butter. Does it have to be creamy? Do you ever make it with the crunchy?
My kids don't like crunchy.
They want the smooth stuff.
They want the smooth stuff.
And how do you serve this when this is all done?
You wait until it cools and cut it in squares.
Does it go in the fridge?
Not usually.
You just leave it on the counter.
Yeah.
And when it solidifies, you cut it.
Yes.
I might have to try this, but I need to go get fluff.
Do you ever make fudge?
No, because I tried once and it was a big fail. And Deanna is like a fudge expert.
Consul.
And her daughter is following right in her footsteps. So
So you don't have to.
if you
Right,
can't make
yeah.
good fudge, you don't make fudge in that family.
But you don't need to. it
And I
sounds like.
tried
Well, that's
one.
right.
Well, no, Deanna went and moved to Tennessee.
Well, she can still mail it to you.
Yeah.
She's probably making tons of fudge right now for all the people that are in Tennessee.
I usually make fudge and send it to California.
Do you really?
I'm telling you, my kids love this stuff. And I've given them the recipe and told them how to
It's
do
not the same. It's
It's
not
not.
the
That's what they say.
same. Mama has to make it.
Jeez.
That's everybody's excuse. They don't want to go through what you're going through right now, which is what? You're scooping your peanut butter out
Yep.
and you're stirring it into your sugar and milk.
Yep. So there's no calories in this, I want you to know.
Wow. Is there a box mix for peanut butter fudge?
I don't think so. But I'll tell you what happened.
I'm beginning to fall in love with those box mixes.
When I was a kid, my mother never made fudge really well either. But my grandmother
Why?
did.
What do we
I don't
do
know.
wrong?
I don't know. My kids are the same way. I don't know.
I don't understand how other people's fudge can just always come out right.
Well, it doesn't always.
Okay, so let's talk about that. When it doesn't come out right, is that because it doesn't harden?
Well, Somebody told, yeah, it doesn't harden. We've had
It's-
chocolate fudge that we've eaten with a spoon before.
Yeah, okay, that's what's happened to me. And why is it that it's not hardening? Did I
Because you
not?
didn't cook it enough.
I didn't get it to that magic temperature.
Right.
I use a candy thermometer.
Well, hope it's accurate.
You're off again. You mean to be off?
Yeah,
So I didn't set. When did you turn that off?
a couple minutes ago. When I started putting stuff
When
in
you
here.
started adding the peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we forgot to tell you all that. So
I,
after it came to the snot consistency,
otherwise known as a soft softball stage.
okay, well, whatever, yuck. You turned the heat off.
Yep.
At home, would you remove it from the burner?
Yes.
So,
But you said this only
yeah.
works.
So if you have an electric stove,
Oh God, yeah.
you remove it from the burner because you don't want it to cook anymore.
Right.
Okay.
But if you have gas
Gas,
stove,
you shut it off.
you just
you're
shut
good.
it off
Yep.
and you're good.
If you're one
Good
of
to
these
go.
guys, you just shut it off too. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's working on building her biceps right now.
That's right.
Deanna's.
See, and you can tell that
Oh, Deanna's lost electricity twice.
today.
Why, Dee? What's going on down in Tennessee?
Yeah.
She said the butterbell problem was we go through it too fast. It didn't hold enough. That's a lot of butter, Dee. Okay, now what did you just do?
I put. I waited till you turned around.
You do. So she added a full jar of peanut butter, a full jar of fluff,
Marshmallow. Yeah.
and they're this big, she said, this big. These are the size of the jars. So they're about the same size,
They are.
about. So keep this ratio going if you're
Yeah.
doubling your recipe.
This is a double recipe.
This
I've
is a
never
double
made. I've
recipe.
never
Okay.
made the single.
And then she added some pure
Vanilla.
vanilla extract.
Yeah.
But how much?
This much.
Do you think it was a teaspoon?
Yeah, that's what it calls for, is a teaspoon. So it should be.
I don't think we're going to be a good thing we're at the end of our cooking month. That's all I can say. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, and now this is her nice way of telling me to move. I'll move right over here.
Okay. Now see how nice that looks?
You did not taste test a thing.
No, it's hot.
So it's really warm right now, she says. Eddie would do the smell test.
I can smell it
Can,
from here.
does it smell yummy, Ed? Does it smell like it's done?
Oh, it is. I can tell by the pan.
How can you tell by the pan? I know how. What about this pan is telling you it's done?
See how the fudge is sticking to the pan?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
The fudge is sticking to the pan, the pot.
Okay, the pot.
The
where's
pot.
Where's your
There
camera?
we go. Whoop, whoop.
Where's
There-
your camera?
There you go.
See how nice that looks?
Okay. And if it wasn't,
Oh, it wouldn't have all these lines in it.
would there be any way to save it?
See it? No.
Oh, so we would have flunked anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm always
But-
looking for how to save my book. And you're saying it'd be too late.
It's too late.
Now, do you ever put any chocolate in that?
No.
Like chocolate chips?
No.
On top of it?
No.
No, people don't want that. They just
No.
want peanut butter. Because I'm thinking
You want to
Hershey,
try it?
is it, well, you said it was hot. You're trying
Well,
to burn me?
Yeah.
Whoops. It's warm fudge, so.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
That's
she
what it's
likes
at.
it warm. That's good.
Mm.
That's good.
That's when you taste test.
After it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now my question is who licks the bowl?
Me.
Brenda.
Or anybody else who's around.
I'm just rubbing it into the carpet.
Don't worry about it.
I could see you putting little chocolate kisses.
This is fudge.
Nobody wants chocolate kisses in
No.
that? I'm just thinking for those people who like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, well,
It's like peanut butter and
You-
chocolate.
you could if you wanted to.
And because it's warm, it would sort of melt it a little bit.
No.
Brenda says no chocolate in her peanut butter fudge.
No, this
so,
is,
So now it just sits. You don't bang the air out of it. You don't
there's
flat.
no air in it, but
Well,
feel the bottom of the
I know,
pan.
but like you don't.
No,
You let it stay like that.
yeah, I do.
Will that settle?
No.
You don't take your magic spoon and like smooth it out. Y'all see what I'm
I
seeing? Oh, it is warm. Y'all see what I'm seeing? Help me, Ed. Is that like your signature fudge? That plop right there? If they expect that?
It's just,
Ooh, I just got a really big whiff of peanut butter. Yeah. This is Brenda's signature move. That's how they know it's homemade by Brenda. You know, it sort of looks like a cat litter pan right now.
okay. See if I come back and cook with you again.
Well, there you have it. Brenda's famous peanut butter fudge that they ask for all over the country. It gets shipped countrywide for all the famous holidays. And where are you celebrating Christmas with your peanut butter fudge if they all want to stop in and get a bite?
Up at Jesse's.
Up at Jesse's. Okay.
Jessica's house.
Okay. Peanut butter
On Walker
fudge.
Road.
There you have it. Be there or be square. Well, I will have to try this recipe along with
It
my.
is so easy to make.
But
I
now
mean-
cleaning up is a bear.
Oh no, you just soak it in.
That dissolves with water. Okay, then I might give it a whirl. What is this? 9x13?
Yeah, probably 9 by 12 or
Something like
13,
that.
something
And
like
you
that. I
do
don't know.
not
Eddie
put this
picked
in
it
the
up.
fridge.
I don't.
You just let it
Yeah,
cool off,
cool.
and then you slice it. Can you email the recipe? Eddie, you need to post the recipe.
Okay.
Are you able to post the recipe?
Maybe?
What do you mean maybe? You can get the recipe.
I'll figure it out.
You will. And we're going to post
Okay.
this wonderful recipe because I want to make it too and I won't remember.
Okay.
And 4 cups of sugar.
4 cups of sugar.
One
A cup and a third of milk.
This
jar
much
of
peanut butter, this much fluff,
Right.
and a Brenda's swoosh of vanilla extract,
Right.
also known as a teaspoon, we think.
Probably 2 because it's the things.
Well, I'm going to have to try this. I
Try
am,
it.
because I have to go to the grocery store for garbage
And
bags.
the thing is, if you're doing a candy thermometer, just double check it to make sure that it forms a ball. And when
Okay.
you
In the cold water, form a
yeah.
ball test.
and it doesn't. It's not gonna. When you pour it in, it's not.
But the
going
rest,
to,
we should put this month's recipes on Four Pines website.
Oh.
You
don't
should.
Need email.
You
There
should.
you go, Rhonda.
Yeah,
You,
you
don't
should.
need
It was
email.
really
Just watch
fun.
the video again.
Yeah. No.
There you go.
I think it's fun to post the recipes, and they can
Yeah,
all
it
come
is.
here, come to YouTube to watch it. Well,
That's right.
listen, we won't see you guys all till after Christmas or after whatever holiday you guys all have.
Are you going to do it after Christmas or after New Year's?
What?
Are you coming back in next week?
Do I have to?
No, if we tell them we'll see them after the first of the year.
I don't know what the schedule is for next weekend. Do you? But our Christmas specials are over. Our
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
cooking special, unless I feel, yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. That was my point in all this. It's been a crazy month, but I love it, and I thank
Yes.
you for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome.
I do. I love that it was a little change of pace for everybody, and I had fun, and I learned something every week, and I love it when I learn something. So there. Maybe Eddie will surprise us again. You never know. He's learning to cook everything.
All right.
Yeah, he is. All
That's a
right.
good thing.
Well, where's Brent? Can he take us out? Or is he busy?
Brent.
Brent, come take us out. It's a special holiday.
Yeah.
We'll go get
I'm
it.
excited. I'm really hoping on Friday we don't get the rain. We're waiting for Brent to take us out, guys. Instead of oh, Rhonda, my mom made fudge like Brenda does. I would love to go home and make it with her.
Yes.
Oh, see, that's
Yeah.
That's what it's about, right?
It
That's
is.
what that's about. It's the
Fun.
funny things that we really miss.
Okay, next year I'll make
she-
chocolate fudge.
Oh, she's already committing to next year.
Next
I
year.
love it. I had a great time this month. I hope you all did too. I appreciate that you all signed in and were part of the fun. And Brent, boom.
Yeah, they brought me back in to bring us out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yay! Anyway, thanks for watching. I watched some of it while I was up front, but then I got sidetracked by like customers and stuff. So I hope you had a good time.
Oh, Rhonda says, how about next week?
Yeah, it's between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah. That's a weird week.
Yeah.
Let's not. I mean, we could, but I don't want
It
to.
might
I don't
be
want to
a
make plans.
surprise.
Making plans for that week is.
We don't know if we'll be here or not.
Yeah, keep an eye on your inbox. I mean, and truthfully, so we used to close for that week between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, Rhonda's trying to get your chocolate fudge next week. That's what she's saying.
Next week.
Next
year,
week,
I
she wants
said.
chocolate
Well,
fudge.
that's next week is next year. No, it's not.
No.
No, next year,
Okay.
Christmas next year.
Anyway, thanks for joining us for an episode of Shenanigans with Brenda and Becky, and hope to see you all next week.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!